Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Those who are new, welcome to my channel. In today's class, let us see a very important topic called society. Before going to start, let us see what is the meaning of society. Society is the most prominent subject for the sociology. Sociology is a science devoted to the study of a human society scientifically. Human beings and society are the two faces of the same coin. We are all know that human beings cannot live alone and prefer to live in the social groups. Society aids the holistic development of a human beings. In society, we see many different aspects. Those are jobs, lifestyle, culture, thoughts, rituals differ from the one geographical area to another. For example, the people who are living in America and in our India, comparatively their lifestyles are different, their culture, their rituals are totally different. Now let us move on. If one enter to a rural area, numerous cattle, sheep and other domestic animals are visible. We can see there. Similarly, the farmers working in the field is also visible. Those things we can see in the rural area. As a visit to the city like Mumbai and Bengaluru reveals the high-rise buildings, crowded human beings and more number of vehicles, slums and industries are we can observe in those areas. The government office, hospital and many other modern institutions can be seen in the urban area. Now let us see what is the word meaning of a society. The word society is originated from the Greek word socius, which means the companionship or the friendship, the structure that grows out of the interacting people. It can be called as a society in common language. To McEver and Page, both are great sociologists. The web society is the web of social relationship, the complex relationship of the social institutions and the social groups is called as a society. Now let us see nature of the society. First one is a society is a community of communities. Second one is a society is a web of social relationship. Third one is a similarity and resemblance. Fourth one is a cooperation and division of labor. Fifth one is a social control. Sixth one is a society is a dynamic. Now let us see one by one. First one is a society is a community of communities. The grouping of the people is called as a community. Society is formed with a grouping of many communities. Every society has a family and neighborhood, rural and urban settings, political parties and other communities we can see in the societies. Hence H.M. Johnson says that community is a society. Second one is society is a web of social relationship. Society does not mean a group of people only. It is a group with a dynamic interaction between its members. The scope of its relationship is a very vast and varied. It includes the teacher and students, parents and children, patients and doctors, husband and wife and many other relationships we can see in the society. Hence McEver and Page define as a society as a web of social relationship. We have already studied it. Our third point is similarity and resemblance. Resemblance plays a more important role in the society's structure. Resemblance is a various physical and psychological trait of human beings in the society. From the basis of society, since the similarities are visible in the aspiration, values, interaction, love, affection among the peoples, a sense of unity prevails among them. Fourth one is cooperation and division of labor. The cooperation means getting together of the people to work together a common goal. Since the spirit of cooperation prevails among the people, they respond to each other's needs. The division of labor means sharing tasks among a group of the people. Division of labor is done based on the age, interest, skill and sex of the individual. Hence the cooperation and division of the labor mutually exclusive. Our fifth point is social control. Society has its own way of regulating human behavior. The modern society regulates its members through the formal control like law, rules, and constitution. It is also regulated through the informal medium like customs, morals, and traditions. Our sixth point is society is a dynamic. Society is always dynamic. Without change, no society survive long time. But the rate of changing may vary less. The rate of the changes of society is very slow in the rural society, and rate of the changing in the urban society is very fast. We are all know that. Those are all the nature of society. Now let us see importance of society. First one is universal, second one is necessary for the protection and nourishment, third one is society plays a major role in the personality formation, fourth one is reinforcement life. Now let us see one by one. Our first point is universal. The human life and society go hand in hand. Human life is made possible by society. Society was there before the birth of an individual and remains even after the death of individuals. Hence, the society is universal. Our second point is necessary for the protection and nourishment. Society is needed for the nourishment and protection of an individual and social group. With its complex structure of cooperation, division of the labor, social control, institutions, and similarity of the society take place of needs of human beings. Our third point is that society plays a major role in the personality formation or personality development. Society decides the aims and patterns of a human beings, that future of a human and nature development in the society itself. Society proper channels to showcase one's talent. It regulates the natural human weaknesses and desires to facilitate the healthy growth. Our fourth point is a reinforced life. The vast aspect of society has enveloped our life. It is not only enveloped from the outside, it enveloped from the inside as well. The relationship between human beings and society is not a simple one. It is a complex one and forming an individual uniqueness through the emotions. Those are all the importance of a society. Now let us see the types of society. Society is not a uniform. There are different types of societies are there. Societies are divided based on their nature of job and work. The following are some types of societies. First one is a hunting and gathering society. Second one is a pastoral society. Third one is a agricultural society or rural society. Fourth one is a urban society. Fifth one is a industrial society. Sixth one is a information society. Now let us see one by one. Our first type of society is a hunting and gathering society. The hunting and gathering society is a first stage of human evolution. It is a simple and ancient society. It is a very small in size. The human beings were engaged in fishing, hunting animals, and gathering foods from plants and trees. The role and status in the society were fixed based on the age and sex. There was no desire of accumulation of the wealth and sharing the sources. It is important trade. Hunting was done using the stone tools. Our second type of society is pastoral society. Pastoral society is a second stage in the evolution of human societies. The process of engaging in animal husbandry of the cattle like sheep, goat, cow and buffalo for general sustenance, it is called as a pastoral society. Those considered of several thousand people. Cattle herding was the main occupation. The society was under the leadership of a single leader. Apart from the tending cattle for the sustenance, the members were engaged in the fishing, hunting and food gathering works. Now let us move on. Our third type of society is a nomadic and semi-nomadic society. The anthropologists had opined that the only pastoral society as the nomadic society in the beginning. According to Encyclopedia of Britannica, a nomadic life is a type of life, so the movement of the people from one place to another place for grassland business is called as a nomadic life. Those is the different from the migration. Though the communities are stay for the good, it is a particular place to practice agriculture and other professions. They continue to move out for the cattle herding, and such a community are called as a semi-nomadic communities. Based on the social security available facilities for the education and economic activities, the social status of the nomadic tribe is understood. Or four type of a society, that is agricultural society or a rural society. At the stage of the societal evolution, the human beings left nomadic life and settled in the place and engaged in the agriculture. The society is a village. Based on the society, majority of the people engaged in the agriculture and related work. Producing food primarily through the agriculture is another important future flow driven by the animals and uses for the agriculture. India is called as a land of villagers and agriculture. We are all know this statement. Nearly 70% of the people are depending on the agriculture in our India. In the ancient literature of India, there is a reference of a village and their administration. In Rigveda, at the head of the village is called as a Gramastha. A group of village are called as a Vaishya, Arjuna and Desha. The administrative purposes in the Mahabharata, the head of the village is called as a Gramini, and the chief of the group of a village is called as a Dakshamukhi, Satamukhi and Adhipati. Bagade's opinion is that the human civilization is evaluated in the cradle of village. Though the village is an ancient system of society, it is not easy to define it. Bagade says that village is a group of families engaged in a simple life of thrift with less population density, and they have a primary relationship as per S.C. Dubey says that a group of families was residing in a place is called as a village. In the society and socialization and social control functions efficiently. Now let us move on with the invention of plough during the 3000 BC. The agricultural revolution started. The village are the lifeline of this country, and there is about 6 lakh villages in our India. They had retained the Indian culture and tradition intact. The majority of the people live in the rural area. In the rural area is 59% of men and 75% of the women are engaged in agriculture directly for their substance.
Now you can learn about
of a rural society. First one is small in size. Second one is influence of primary and family relationship. Third one is simple economic life. Fourth one is neighborhood. Now let us see one by one. First point is small in size. We are all know that the villages are very small. Majority of the Indians live in the villages. As rightly noted by the Max Weber, villages are the small in numbers and they have less density of the population. Our second point is the influence of a primary and family relationship. The rural society have primary relationship. One can notice the friendship, love and kinship among the individuals there. There means in rural area. The family influence most of the social life. Joint family and another major features of the Indian rural societies. Our third point is simple economic life. Indian farmers is based on the nature. Rural life is simple and thrifty. As there is a limited sources of income, which is low, rural peoples and lead a life of a simple and non-luxurious life. A spate of the growth on civilization The rural peoples are retain the traditional customs and practices. Their dependence of the agriculture and traditions is the main reason for their low demand. Fourth point is neighborhood. Neighborhood is another main feature of a rural society. It taken part in all the public celebrations, rituals, making death and the birth as in festivals. In our Karnataka, the neighborhood is identified as a Keri or Oni. In Maharashtra, it is called as a Ved. Those are all about the rural society. Now let us see urban society. Urban societies are called as an ideal society. They are very complex in their structure. Urban societies have dense population involving in a varieties of the jobs and works. Often they are pushed to the brink and serve the problem due to the overcrowding of the population. Still, the urban society is always welcomed. In the recent days, the growth of urban centers is on the positive side. The urban society has become a modern society. Urban way of life is not new in our India. It is one of those oldest civilizations that have urban based living. Like Sindhu civilization is the fastest and most improved urban way of life. After the Mesopotamia and Egypt civilization, they will had urban centers at Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Lothal and Kalibangan. Urban life is a civilized life and complemented each other. In the other words, urban life is emerges out of the civilization. Now let us move on. Our sixth type of society is industrial society. Industrialization gives rise to the another type of society. The industrial society is utilizing scientific product and way sharing for the energies and sources in the future of the society, like Hong Kong, Singapore, South Korea, Brazil and Mexico joins this list. Majority of the population depends on the industrial work for their substance, and a very small group is dependent on the agricultural substance. In an industrialized society, we see that the production is depends on the automatic technology and production is in a large quantity. This depends on the division of labor due to the influence of industrial revolution. There was a paradigm shift in the process of production in the European societies. As a result, the production process became a mechanistic. In the beginning, we see that weaving it has reached a stage where the anything is melted in a huge boiler. Now it includes the iron also, and following are the futures of urban society. First one is a industrial based economy, second one is a professional work, third one is a transport and communication, fourth one is a increase in migration, fifth one is a information society. Now let us see one by one. Industrial based society, industrial based economy. In this society, it is divided into many classes. It will had capitalist, labor class and business class. Most of the economic activities are related to the industries. Our second type is professional workers. The most of the works in the society in this type of society are professional by nature. They needed a specific training and skills. Our third point is transport and communication. In industrial society, the transportation and communication are expanded. This network is uses for the transporting in raw material and finished goods also. Fifth one is increase in migration. The Industrial Revolution left a deep impact on the rural agricultural economy. This turns affected the traditional occupations and institutions. Due it influenced the joint family of the rural society became a nuclear family. Moreover, the industrial society was foster individuality due to the professionalization of laborers. Now, our fifth point is the information technology society. As the information society is needed for all, it has assumed more importance. In this type of society, the people take help from the information technology IT to solve their problems and challenges. The information society helps to attain the education and to do commerce, business and needed for the future. These studies and theories on the information society focus on the two issues related to the hold of knowledge on the economy. And the first issue is that the influence of information technology on socio-economical life, and the second issue is that every information itself has become a commodity. Hence, the knowledge has become the key of the future productivity. It is no more than the property of an individual, of an institution. Knowledge is getting exchanged over a new tools. Computer have become information storage hub. Those are all about the society. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching this.
Have a beautiful day.